us how the food bank and the Lancaster County Council works together.
In Lancaster County, the Council of Churches is one of our largest distribution partners, and they are one of our great users of this produce. They can order, just like any other of our members, order the produce they need for their various distribution sites, and they order thousands of pounds of fresh produce each and every month, many thousands of pounds. In Lancaster County, despite it being a very agriculture-rich county, the ability for people in need in Lancaster County to get fresh produce is fairly limited. People that can't afford or can't get the transportation to get to the grocery store have a tough time getting fresh produce, particularly when the harvest season is over. Right now we're entering harvest season, so July through September, usually pretty flush, but the rest of the year, no produce. For us, we source all over the country. We provide produce all year long, 12 months a year. And the Council of Churches works with us to make sure that people in need in Lancaster County have access to this wonderful, healthy food.
Great. And how will the Council's project Community Abundance affect the future?
Right now there's a great limitation on how much produce can be distributed because of the logistics of trucking produce in time for various pantries and shelters and soup kitchens to actually use the product in time. Produce has to move very quickly. So the building of a hub facility by the council will allow us to bring much greater quantities of produce to that facility, and then these community organizations can come right to that hub, right in Lancaster City, and we have many program partners in Lancaster City that need fresh produce. They can come right to the Council of Churches hub facility any day of the week and pick up produce fresh. It's not feasible for many of them to come here to Harrisburg. That's a long trip for them, and they don't have the refrigerated trucks to do it. But a local trip to the council of just a few minutes, they can take advantage of all this fresh produce. So we're thrilled that the council is building that facility. It's going to greatly increase the amount of fresh produce we can provide to the council to help all of those organizations. And also, they'll be able to gather in farm product from the countryside, from the farms of Lancaster, that we cannot pick up because we need large quantities, and many of the farmers are smaller operations, and they cannot donate to us 6 pallets or a truckload at a time. Lancaster Council of Churches, they'll be able to take a pallet or less at a time, so they'll be able to gather up all of that nice farm produce during harvest season. So it's actually going to be a huge enhancement to the communities in Lancaster County.
Great. Well, thanks so much for your time.
All right, thanks, Tara.